Hi, I'm Colin Boyd from Boyd Digital. Today we're having a wee look at Reddit. I was on the SEO subreddit and I found a person looking for a wee bit of advice and I thought I'd maybe help them. The question is, I've been around for about 2 years and would love feedback on how to potentially get better SEO. We get about 50 to 60k organic views per month right now. How important is themes and stuff to SEO? And the website is overtimeheroics.net. So the information that's popped up, somebody saying that's a nice, clean looking site. I think the page load speed is probably one of the issues. Again, somebody else talking about the speed, and then somebody saying it's maybe the ads that are causing the problems. So I'm going to have a wee look in and maybe see if there's any nuggets that I can find in there. So the first thing I've done is stuck the domain name into SEM Rush to have a wee look. They are getting great traffic. It's pretty much matching up with what they're saying. Maybe 20, 30 there. They're not doing any paid ads, but it's really ramping up over a short period of time. They look great. I see they're getting a lot of organic rankings for UFC fighters, MMA fighters. This is what interested me. Bren Foster, who I imagine is probably a cage fighter. And then you can see cagewarriors.com, they compete over 19 keywords. MMA UK, they compete over 21 keywords. MMA Soccer, 35. So it's definitely in there. They should maybe be looking at these guys and finding out what keywords they're ranking for and see if you can adjust your content ever so slightly or reorganize your content to maybe get that. You're aimed at the US, it's just totally US. You could maybe do a wee bit towards the UK, maybe get that up a wee bit of Canada, but it doesn't really matter. It's where your ads are coming from. So I then do the same thing. I put it in Ahrefs, getting a lot of organic keywords, a lot of referring domain names. So your content's working. Just need to look at that spike. That's great as long as that's all organic growth, which it might seem to be. Domain rating firing through the roof. Again, we'll have a look at anchor text to see what comes in. A big wide range of anchor text, some weird Roblox stuff in there, so I don't know where that's coming from. But you should maybe look at getting some. You're clearly not doing keep link building yourself, it's just organically happens. So what that allows you to do now is when you want to put links directly to category pages or to articles, it'll mean that there's enough noise in there that Google shouldn't be able to pick up what it is you're doing because you've got enough stuff in there doing its own thing. So back up here, 101,000 organic keywords. So we'll have a look. I've reduced that to what's sitting below 7. Again, I see a name. We've obviously got Anthony Taylor, there's Conor McGregor. I'm going to know they're the best, but there's a couple of names keep popping up. I don't know this world at all, MMA. The one thing that I do notice is that they're all blog articles. There is one tag in there. So what I'm going to say next is maybe this is your strategy. So I then stuck that into our tool, SERP Insights, which runs a report. So it pulls out all the listings for the top 20 in Google for that term, Ross Houston, and it compares it against your article there. So you're currently positioned 15th. Again, this volume, it's got volume of about 1,000 searches a month. So Ross Houston, here's your mobile speed, 16. That's very low. You need to find out what's stopping that. Site speed is desktop speed 62. There's massive parity between them, so you might have to look at what's loading differently in mobile. You also have 0 referring domains into there, and your article's about 1,000 words. So if you're getting people in to write 1,000 words, you can maybe creep it up. So then we have a look, and it's all really the same sort of thing. But one thing that I've started to notice is that the guys at the top are definitely winning because they're referring domain names. These guys down here, it's saying that they've got a 0 page speed score. That just means that Google's page speed insights couldn't load. There's something stopping that. I imagine if they fix that, then they'll probably shoot up to the top. They'll get the biggest article, the most links. So that's really what you need to look at is get referring domains into your articles or change the strategy of your website. So then have a look at into keyword tool, put a keyword in. There was, I imagine this fighter was in something in October, a massive spike. There's a lot of other things in there, MMA, Bellator, versus MVP, fight, age. There's a lot of things you could be writing in there, Cage Warriors, highlights, that you could use this to potentially create more Ross Houston content. So what I did is I had a wee look at your page, and the one thing that I really noticed is that you don't have categories by fighter. So you kind of have these categories here, which you can see by going into MMA, but you don't really have tags. So you get combat sports, you get top level stuff. I think if you write a couple of articles about Ross Houston and maybe even have a fighter category, tags would probably work in the same way, and then potentially use a bit of link building to get your article out there. Another thing I noticed is I took a bit of your content and I stuck it into Google. You're the only person coming up for that content, which is fantastic. You didn't copy it. However, that also means that your content isn't getting syndicated anywhere. So you have no RSS feeds coming out with this stuff in it. You don't have a subreddit. You don't have Twitter accounts. It's no turning up wherever it could be. I don't know if these pictures are yours or if they're your pictures, then they should be in there in Pinterest and places. But there's nothing else. I'd expect that to be getting picked up by RSS feeds here or there, even sticking it up into other social networks, other blogs. So maybe having a Medium account that takes the first 2 paragraphs and links back to it. You don't have a YouTube channel for this stuff. So there's lots of opportunity to potentially push you to about 250,000 users a month, or was it views, organic views. You should easily be able to get 5 times or 10 times an X on that. Definitely up over 250,000. Just be looking at building yourself a social media network that you can come out. Maybe partner with some other sites in the same industry that will allow you to place their content there. Maybe a summary, Ross Houston over 2020 and things like that. So there's a lot of scope there for you to do that. I'm Colin Boyd, director at boyddigital.co.uk. If anybody else would like me to have a look at their website or a keyword, feel free just to send me a DM, a PM, ping me, however you can get me, and I'll be happy to help. Take care. Bye-bye.